Moving on, an Australian national has been swindled of a staggering 78 million shillings in a sophisticated gold scam, barely a month after an American national was conned out of 38 million shillings in a similar scheme in Kilimani, Nairobi. Andrew Gabala is alleged to have lost the money in a well-coordinated fraud involving money being wired to a prominent city lawyer who reportedly withdrew the entire amount. And as KTN's crime journalist Lennox Sengre now reports, the suspects orchestrated an elaborate gold smelting demonstration to convince the victim of its authenticity, only for the so-called gold to be later exposed as ordinary padlocks. Listen in.
KTN has obtained video clips showing staged gold smelting process used to defraud an Australian national of 78 million shillings in a sophisticated gold scam in Nairobi. The suspects Duncan Okonji and Mohamed Faraji are said to have lured their target Andrew Gabala to Kilimani Estate in Nairobi. Here, they convinced him the metal being smelted here was genuine gold, only for it to turn out to be ordinary padlocks.
Unfortunately, when we arrived in Nairobi, after the payment was made, we found that there was no actual gold that could have been insured. And no actual insurance policy.
What followed was a transfer of 78 million shillings to a prominent city lawyer. However, the deal quickly unraveled when Gabala realized he had been ensnared in an elaborate scam.
We were told that gold was being loaded on a plane to take to Oman, given the war which is affecting the UAE. We found that no such plane had been loaded, there was no such gold and no such paperwork.
After the staged smelting process where the supposed gold turned out to be brass, the victim was allegedly moved from Kilimani, which is the same location where another American national, Dave White, was previously defrauded of 38 million shillings. Gabala was then taken to my safe at Sarit Center, where 10 kilograms of fake gold was stored. Metal that investigators now say was nothing more than smelted padlocks, easily sourced from open markets. The victim later reported the matter to the DCI Director Mohamed Amin, who facilitated the arrest of one suspect, Duncan Okonji. The suspect was, however, released with other suspects still at large.
At ATPU, unfortunately, the junior officers haven't been very helpful in the investigation, and after 10 days have only arrested the gentleman who introduced us to the scamming ring.
It's a very elaborate case that was planned very well. It started with people approaching my client in Dubai.
I've received unfriendly phone calls in the middle of the night, people calling and hanging up in the middle of the night. I haven't felt safe in my hotel at times since this ordeal.
Lennox Sengre, KTN.
Now, 4 suspects have been